And
All right, we
I
are
think
back.
I think I'm gonna finally use Flint's dog. Because I've had this ability and I've never used it in any mission.
Legit.
Such a whip. And you said two dogs. I'm like, I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, absolutely. Well then, what kind of a mission is this?
Uh,
Murder.
yeah. I
Assault?
mean, I think so. I I want to do some stealthy things, but that's not really.
I
I
mean,
don't
it
intend
could
to
absolutely be a stealth mission, right? If you kind of
Yeah.
creep inside and then do a murder. Shh.
Stealth
Just
entry
like
point. Because we're saying it's kind of hard to get in too.
Mhm.
that's fair. I just don't feel like stealth
We're not
is
very
our
good at it. Yeah.
modus
Right.
operandi.
True.
Yeah, I definitely.
I do believe you have a bonus to the engagement when you do assault missions.
Yeah.
Oh right. Assault.
Oh shit. When we set out to murder one of our targets, we get +1 to the engagement. When we execute an assault plan, we get +1 to the engagement. So we start off with 2 for this.
Mm-hmm. The governor still lives, so no dice for luck,
Oh.
but
Right.
Yeah.
I'm really curious why. I mean, do you feel like most people's homes are that protected from ghosts and spirits?
This motherfucker's got something to hide. That's why his
I
house is
know.
protected from ghosts. He's left a trail of bodies to get where he is, and he doesn't want them to catch up with him.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking is like, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Maybe. Are you thinking get the fairies to come with us and break a hole in the wall to let him into the house?
Yes. I'm like, break that fucking the tear down that wall is what I'm saying.
Miss Bellum, tear down that wall.
I'm all about this.
It's kind of
This
cool.
this gets my tick of approval.
yep, it's certainly an approach. Is that an assault still?
I think it's just assault with backup.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
So the plan is
Go in and like
Somehow tear down this wall of protection from spirit. What do you call it? Why am I can't think of the word?
ghosts.
No. The thing that would keep ghosts from coming in.
Barrier?
Like yeah, I guess a barrier.
Ward?
like a ward.
A ward. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Cool.
Yeah. Somehow make a crack in the ward.
Yep. So we're using
Yeah.
we're using the fairies for this.
I
Is
think
who Bellum's gonna
fairies
talk
or
to?
anything in the grove that is looking to cause some mischief.
Yeah. Dope. Cool. And we're doing this when?
Nighttime?
As
That
Yeah,
time?
like
when he's in bed.
Cool. Great. Awesome.
hit,
Right?
hit him at midnight.
Yeah.
Great.
Ooh, wait, what time's the witching hour?
The witching hour is like after midnight.
Okay.
After midnight.
Like I think witching hour is
We'll
midnight
let
to
it
1
all
a.m.
hang out.
Okay, that seems good then, yeah.
Cool.
Seems more appropriate.
All right.
We're all about symbolism.
Starting with 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that's a rude symbol in some language. I can't remember.
It's a gun.
I have a feeling it's something to do with being gay.
Oh. It's like a smile.
I have a feeling that this might be a lesbian thing in sign language. You okay, Aaron?
What's that? That's a different symbol too.
Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yeah,
Hell
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. Is it overly complex or contingent on many factors? I don't think so. Does it expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
No?
No,
Not particularly.
that's fine. That's never been one of our strong suits.
Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? Yes, that we are trying to overcome. Can any of your friends or contacts provide insight for this operation? Yes, fairies. Are any enemies or rivals interfering?
Oh God.
Not if they know what's good for them.
Possibly the blue coat archivist has a relationship with the legislator.
That person's not important enough to know the legislator personally.
Good, excellent.
Um,
You suck, Jaren.
yeah, no, all right, cool.
Thanks, Jaren.
All right, so that's 3 dice.
Hit it.
I want you to roll,
yeah.
Oki.
Yeah.
You've rolled all right.
3?
3
Not
dice,
really,
yes.
3 rolls for engagement. Here we go.
A 6.
Get it.
Fucking sick. All right. You don't know. So yeah, an ant, a crocodile made of peacock feathers, and some kind of like mud golem are happy to help you tear down like just a chunk of wall.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the ant is an almond tree, and then the 3 of those are like big. They're big fairies, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck you managed to get them to Fraser Gardens and like into Fraser Gardens without anyone noticing, but apparently you did.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Like, I'm happy to elide that and just be like, wait a minute, how did we just? It's fine.
Yeah. It's just that
We could
time of the
probably
year.
have taken Emmeline's boat up from the fairy grove, and I'm sure the big strong fairies wouldn't mind giving us a bit of a paddle, so we're silent.
Mm-hmm.
We just post up, and then
You still got to get through some streets though. Like,
yeah, I mean,
you didn't go down the main road, obviously. That's lit up
Yeah.
by fancy electric lights, which the fairies are like, fuck those, don't like those.
yeah,
But
still a lot of stomping through streets. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
yep. There's like a
It's
trail of like
we
bits of
put on a
sticks and
parade.
mud. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, would you like to pull down a bit of wall that leads into the upper floor, a bit of wall that leads into like the ground floor, or like or try and get into the wine cellar?
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh God, I fucking hope so. That's
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Wine cellar? You like the idea that there's a wine cellar?
I mean, like, I feel like we've earned a reward even before we started. You know?
Let's get this party started.
Uh-oh, here we go. It sounds like Cole is like, I don't care what you guys think. We're in that wine cellar. Yeah.
The one thing I
like
want to
that.
do before things pop off too hard is I want to use slumber essence to make sure the guard dogs are out of action. Don't want to kill them. They're not responsible for the actions of their master, but don't want them interfering.
All right, so give me a roll for that then.
Yeah, absolutely.
A+.
Oh, wait, we should probably do our load.
Yes,
I'm
do
doing-
load.
Heavy.
Doing normal.
And then this will be prowl, and you are in a controlled position. Standard effect to slumber some guard dogs.
Never use anything. I'm so just a body. I'm gonna take
Man,
a
that's
light
that's a
load.
mood.
Um,
Whoa.
um,
Oh.
I'm just a body.
brain piloting a meat mech.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, Crowley said controlled effect
Standard.
standard.
If you've marked off the thing.
And I want to give myself a chance to not fuck this up. So I will push myself.
Do you want an assist? How many do you have? Oh,
That's okay.
shit.
I have one dice, and it is a 4, which is not terrible.
You wake up one. You slumber one. It stays asleep. The other one is affected, but not asleep. So it kind of is like, right? Like, and it's like drugged, but not asleep, and it's trying to work out what the fuck is going on.
That's okay. That's good enough for me.
Okay. I have my dog, good old Wick. I've brought him on this mission, and I'd like to tell Wick to just keep an eye on this awake dog while we go do our thing.
All right. Is that a consort roll, or a sway, or a command?
My dog and I have mind link. Do I have to convince him?
Well, I'm saying, like, you're kind of doing a thing to the drugged dog.
Oh, I see. To keep him in check.
Yeah.
Through my dog. Yeah. I mean, does my dog have its own?
It just use your stats.
Yeah.
It's my stats. Okay. Well, I have sway.
All right. Cool.
So.
That's incredible. I love that. Like, oh, I've got a dog. I'm going to use it for the first time. The dog is rolling now.
Yeah, just talk to another dog.
Well, you have mind link, right? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna sway. What's
Otherwise, it would be
position?
0. So, like, that's not. Yeah.
If what do you mean? What would be 0?
Yeah, it would be the you would be rolling 0 dice if you didn't have mind link.
Right. Gotcha.
So, sway controlled.
Old
Standard.
I was like, can I push? I guess I'm pushing myself to push the dog.
You got it, buddy.
No, I'll just do 1 dice. Let's get crazy. Hey! Sorry for yelling.
So yeah, Wick goes up, does walks around in a little circle, and then sits down, and then the other dog kind of is like, oh, okay, and like rests, like flops its chin down on top of Wick as like a pillow, and drifts off to sleep. And Wick is there being like, can't move.
Yeah. I'm like, it's okay, Wick. Just stay there. You're doing fine. We'll be back.
Yeah, and you're like, and Wick's definitely like, but I want to eat rich people. All right.
Well, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, the dogs have been successfully drugged and/or lured into sleep.
Love it.
Yeah, which wall do you want to tear down? I don't have a preference, but
Clearly you do. Oh, okay, Aaron. Yeah.
If we come and go through the wine cellar, we can boost our takings from this mission substantially.
Yeah.
that
Also,
works.
I remind you that wine is probably somewhat flammable.
Oh.
Wink. Snake says out loud.
Let's take the wine cellar. You don't need to tell me twice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, you the peacock feather crocodile, and the mud golem just like disappears into the ground, and then like bits of mud start going, and like clear away a bit of the underground wall for the peacock feather crocodile, and the almond tree ant to like just pull rocks off the thing. And as they do, the mortar does that, right? Like turn where the blood in the mortar disappears into smoke.
Cool.
Inside, there is a fine cask of Amontillado. Sorry. And the... Sorry, thanks, Aaron. So there are... Like... Who the fuck has this much wine, right? Like, there are rows of, like... there's, like, 3 rows of, like, wine racks. And then you can see there's like a stairway up into the main house, and then on the far side there is a large, like, heavily bolted door.
Also, if this is as New Orleans themed as my brain thinks it is, having a basement at all requires like NASA level fucking engineering.
Yep.
We can't even always bury our dead because the ground floats them out.
I imagine there's probably like a manual hand pump down here as well.
Also, petition to rename the second ferry Peacock.
Done.
Peacock.
The P-Croc, I love it.
Affirmative.
I'm going to draw it and put it on a shirt.
Yeah.
Giant steel door.
No,
Bellum's
not
with
steel.
us.
Big,
Oh.
but like iron bound.
Okay.
But like, it's got like a there's then padlocked.
Right.
But that's not the way upstairs. It's just
That's not
only-
the way.
That's not the way upstairs. The upstairs is just up some stairs.
Oh.
There's
Oh,
just
I
another
will
room.
have
There's just
to
another
know.
room to the
Now we
basement.
want to know.
That's got to be
What
where
the-
he keeps his dodgy shit.
I can lockpick it.
You can lockpick it.
Tinker it. You got the snake.
Yeah, this is the thing I do.
Excellent.
Get
I
into
have
places
distracted them
I
from
ain't
the mission.
supposed to be.
Oh no, like there's still going to be plenty of blood.
I know. I'm just
I'm going to stand by the stairwell that goes upstairs. Just a heads up.
keep an eye out.
Clint. Yeah.
What is my position and effect to tinker with this door to open it?
You're still in a controlled position.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
For now.
I have fine tinkering tools.
But then I'll give you standard. All right. Very nice.
I know you. I'm watching you. 6.
Oh.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Very nice. Yeah.
This is the mission where we look professional.
Finally.
You pick the lock. You go to open the door, and it definitely is gonna make some noise opening. Unless you
I
have
resist
something.
that.
Yeah. Great. Cool. Good job. Well, what is this? Is it? It's probably the top one. Insight.
Insight?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yep.
Cool. And we get a bonus die for all our resistances, so I take no stress.
Fucking sick.
Wow.
All right. So you just like wait. No. Wails the door.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So you slide it to the side. And yeah, inside is another room, probably a third of the size of this room, but with wine racks on both walls. And the wine racks don't have wine bottles in them. They seem to have bones in them, and then they have little labels.
Bones.
Yeah, like
Labels.
human bones.
Yeah. What the fuck? Uh, anyone have any ideas as to what this guy's doing?
Um,
Collecting.
can I uh look at the labels and see if I can like make any sort of educated guess as to who these people were, or use my physicry to see if I can determine cause of death from the bones?
Sounds like study.
Okay. Um, does anybody
Still
want to help me with
controlled.
this?
Y'all are killing it.
Um,
Um, so this
I
is
mean, I would also like to look. So I'm happy to assist.
it sounds like this might be
Um,
a group role.
yeah.
It might be.
sure.
This seems like a thing where we would probably all be going, wait, hold on a second, and then, focus on this.
Yep. From
Right.
outside, Mud Golem is like, "What are they doing?" So yeah,
So, study?
controlled standard study.
Okay. 6
Fucking Jesus.
on 1 die. What's up?
I have 0 die, so I'm gonna get stressed no
Okay,
matter
I
what.
take a stress.
Unless I
Sorry.
get an,
It's okay.
I'm good at that, sort of.
Normally,
I take 2 stress. Okay, cool.
I mean,
Well,
I can
didn't
tell
push
you what
myself so about
I can
this.
tell you why Cole and Flint are the ones that are having a rough time.
Oh fuck!
why
These
we
are river
are?
people, aren't they?
These are river people.
Yeah.
They all have like they have traditional river people names. They appear to have died of they haven't died of like poisoning or like assault or anything like that. Like everything suggests that they've died of natural causes, but not that old.
What the fuck?
Like 40s and 50s.
I mean, Flint does not give a fuck. He's just livid.
Yeah, I mean, as if I needed any more excuses to hurt this guy.
Yeah.
But
I think Snake's gonna like spin around quickly and put a hand on each shoulder and look everybody, as intently as she can. And she says, "So, new plan is to make him suffer a lot. Yeah?
Yes. By all of our hands, or by mine, I don't care.
I want to give you a small extra detail. The labels. So it's pretty obvious that they are well, it's one of the things that gives you the first clue that they're river people, right? All of the names are things like cricket or like dawn wave or or things like that, right? They're Eddish translations of indigenous names. And then almost all of the labels have something written underneath, right? Different for each person. So it might be like cricket, a good and loyal man. Dawn Wave, a hard worker. Crane, offered wisdom.
How many?"
Couple of dozen.
Okay.
And there's not skulls here.
Yeah.
They're not whole bodies.
I just feel like Flint doesn't care, and he's just now wants to know what the fuck is going on, and I would like Flint to tell his dog through his mind link to go and find the legislator
Atkinson. Yeah.
Atkinson.
Ah, Georgie boy.
Can I take a
I
moment
can't.
and...
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Go for
Go
it.
ahead. That's all I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to take a moment and get some a pencil and piece of paper and write down the names of all of these people.
Sure thing.
Can't leave them here. Like, it's great evidence if we could be like, look, there's a hole down to the basement. Walk into this room. Look, the legislator, what a dickhead. But you can't leave them like this.
Do you want me to? Should we ask the fairies to carry these to a proper resting place?
Yeah, I think I was going to start putting wine in a go bag, but I
That's
think
what I was thinking.
like I think this is more important by
Yeah.
far. Like, I don't know specifically whether these people were used to form the wards or not, but and they're just bones, but it's not.
They're not.
It means
They're people.
nah. Fuck. Ah. Yeah. I'm a just start just trying to bag stuff up as like mundane, repetitive task as possible. Just go through motions. See if Peatrock and company can. Yeah, I mean, it would be great to have them as backup, but I think that we're going to make it loud, and it's probably in their best interest also to not be here when things start popping off.
They've come to help and they're serving a purpose. So, regardless of what that purpose ends up being, it was a worthwhile endeavor to bring them.
Absolutely. Oh.
I'm still just. I've lost it. I've fucking lost it. I don't care why they're here. I don't care what, like I'm fine with them all doing that, but I want blood, but I want Wick to go upstairs and just like find him for us and hold him down for us.
That will wake the other dog.
I think I'm okay with that.
All right.
I don't care. Like I can take the dog. Wick can take care of Atkinson.
All right. So if you spend the time bagging up bones and passing them to your friends, to your fairy friends, I'm going to put a tick on a 4-tick clock for like general alarm, right? People noticing, being spotted, etc.
3 giant spirits.
If the dog also starts barking, I'm going to tick it again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to put us at 2 for being people noticing that you're here. Out of 4. Cool.
Reasonable.
All right. So, you want to using Wick hunt. It sounds like.
Yes.
For Atkinson. Also, I worked out who was playing Atkinson. It's James Faulkner, who plays C in Atomic Blonde.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit, I want to watch Atomic Blonde again.
Very good film.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to do a hunt. Position.
Position is now risky if we're at 2 out of 4. And effect is standard.
Okay. I'm going to push myself, which is pushing the dog, for a bonus dice. And all I want Wick to do is just find him wherever he is and like put his teeth on his throat to hold him.
All right.
All right. One bonus dice. I stressed. I pushed. Holy
Critical.
crit. 266.
He is in an upstairs bedroom. Wick has his teeth in the in his on his throat. His wife in the bed next to him has not woken up yet.
Cool. I mean, I'm assuming because of my mind link, I know where that is. So I'm hoping everyone can just. Does everyone want to follow me up, or? Because
I'm very
going up.
much in a support role right now, and whatever you two need done will happen.
Cole.
Oh, this is a choice.
Brother.
He's not even woken up, right? Like he's
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave this task downstairs, Snake, and go with Flint. That feels like the thing that needs to be done.
I'm practically begging you to go because I know what I think we need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think before you leave, she says, "Wait, hold on," and like undoes one of her bandoliers and hands it to you. I don't
Cool.
expect to get any of this back.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Thank you, Snake.
So if you have a point where you want to use bandolier stuff, just let me know and I'll tell you what's in there.
Okay, cool. So how do you want to do this, Cole? I'd like some answers before I take him out. Or at least I want him to be awake so he knows who does this to him.
Yeah.
We just have to remember his wife is asleep next to him.
Yes.
You also have to remember that, like, you don't get to a point where you have an armored door in your fucking wine cellar with dozens of bodies and your wife doesn't know about it.
Huh.
I mean, he probably thinks his wife doesn't know.
Probably.
Right.
Oh. Yes. Okay. I'll follow you up up the stairs
All right.
to the bedroom. I've got blades.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go past the what the dog describes as the big room with all the people trapped in squares, which is a hallway lined with like portraits, and then and then up the upsetting stairway, which once you're going up there, you're like, oh, because it smells like flowers. And then there's a smaller hallway like on the second story, which contained lots of people that were very still, who are actually suits of armor.
Jeez, this is a nice house.
And then you are at the at the edge of the bedroom. The dog is trying so hard and doing such a good job of staying perfectly still. You can see it like shaking a little as it's trying not to move. With its jaws on Atkinson's neck. And like he's now got like just like a pool of slobber like all around his like collarbone. And yeah, the two of you get to the door. What's the play?
I definitely want to pull out a knife and I tell Wick, he can come down, but I replace his teeth with the blade.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a cigarette in my mouth, and I definitely want to like light it,
Mm-hmm.
and then blow the smoke in his face to wake him up.
I'm gonna, yeah.
I'm hoping Cole will sort of go over to the wife, maybe, or something.
Yeah,
or...
I'm gonna try doing this because it's cold, but it's making me slightly uncomfortable as an individual. But I will let you know if we go to
Yeah.
a spot
too
where
far.
Reminder
you're
that you can always
uncomfortable.
X card.
Yeah.
X card. Just
Yeah,
tap out if you need to. Yeah. We can elide things.
yeah. So like Cole as a character at this point is on track with Flint's plan. Uh, he's recently vicious. He wants bad people to suffer. A little bit uncomfortable with playing that out
Sure.
as a like specifically the wife who isn't explicitly
Mm-hmm.
known
Right.
as like a villain yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like we
But
don't
we'll-
know, but otherwise I'm good.
I want to find that out right now, though, as Flint.
So you want to like hear how like you want to like
I want to
wake
wake
the
them
two
up
of them
and
up?
let them know. Yeah, we want to know. I want answers,
Mm-hmm.
and tell him, like, wake up, don't move. What are the bones in your basement?
Right. So he wakes up, starts to instinctively like sit up, gets a big cut on his neck, and then like goes back down. He's not going
Right.
to bleed out or anything, but like definitely like
Like a shaving nick.
yeah, he definitely like went ooh fuck. And yeah, and his first thing is, whoever you are, I can pay you more than you're being offered.
I don't want your fucking money. I want answers as to why you have bones of our people in your basement in a locked door.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously the wife is like, George, what's going on? It's all right, honey.
Yeah, if she tries to like kind of raise an alarm, I want to.
No, she absolutely doesn't. She's
Yeah.
fucking shit scared.
Yeah.
But also like there's a tone of like anger or annoyance towards George in her voice, in the like, this is your fault that there are people in our
waggle the
bedroom.
finger.
It sounds like you're commanding him to tell you information.
Okay.
Um,
I don't have a lot of command. I'm willing.
Not
to do
having a
that,
lot of
yeah.
command means you're like, well, tell us about
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You
I
better.
want to. Obviously, one of my priorities was trying to figure out like, how do we figure out how do we make him appear as bad as he is? So I would like to use foresight to have like gone over some like getting information out of people techniques with the crew.
Yep. So that's going to aid.
So 1 dice.
Aidoki. You
I'll
can also
probably
push yourself
as
on top
well.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna push. Or
That's 2 stress.
devil's bargain.
Devil's bargain.
Ooh.
Oh. I'll take up the alarm clock of people outside noticing and raising the alarm. Just because there is a barking dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna push instead for now.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna push. Okay.
Gotta
So
steel
risky
yourself.
standard. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay, risky standard. 2 bonus dice. So 2 dice really.
6. Yes.
6-2. So far, so good. We've rolled phenomenal today.
Yeah.
team.
Wow.
So what? So what's the specific question you want the answer to?
What did you do to our people, and why are there bones in your
Right.
basement? Yeah.
I employed them. This is your people have an understanding of this land that, and the way that it works, that we as that we coming here have no comparison to. They helped me lay the stones for this house. Even they used some of their strange barbarian magics to help keep it safe. I I admit that that when some of them passed on, when they met their ends at various means, none of them at my hand. I'll have you know. I made a request to their families that it is traditional. It is traditional for my people, when someone dies, to keep some of their remains and place them under the ground. You see, and so
The twisting.
This is, yeah.
so
You swear not by your hand.
not by my hand. These people were my friends.
I mean, is this tradition? Obviously, I would imagine and assume that
It's certainly
Flint
not the
Cole
way that,
know this.
like, you know how, like there are graveyards here now. There never were before, right?
Right.
That's not a river people way of dealing with dead bodies.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, whether he's like managed to convince people to give him some of the dead body parts, or if he's stolen them, I don't know. But
Right.
Like, yeah, it's obviously the bones are bones, right? Like, we're much more
Right.
concerned with the blood as the essence of the person, but it the idea that they're like owning us forever is fucked. I don't care if it like doesn't matter. It's like I can't let them have that thought that they still have the control.
So several dozen people.
yep, none of them lived past 50.
Worked into the ground. Fucking my friends bullshit. God. Oh.
Yeah.
He's telling it as he knows it, right? Like this is what he thinks.
Right. I mean, basically what everyone said is like, and you still think this is okay?
Where are their heads? Fuck,
Yeah.
I'm not there. Sorry.
No,
Well,
it's okay.
because the heads would like he wouldn't have been able to take the heads.
Because they buried the rest already.
They
or
they
the-
they already did whatever they're probably pyres.
But he just asked, "Can I have this one bone?" To
Either
remember
that or
them?
just like grab things out of pyres, or I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm basically thinking like, and you think this is still okay? I
Is it-
assure
if it-
you.
He says I admit that it was selfish of me, if it is and yeah, he says I negotiated with your elders, but if this has changed, then I will respect your tribal ways.
I want to ask him what makes him think I will let him go, and what makes him think I will walk away from this.
Yeah, I think, and he has a moment of like, please, we're trying to. And he has a moment, and he's like, we're bringing civilization to your people. We're doing good.
Oh, fuck you. Sorry.
If we were to unite our forces, I I can see that you're clearly one of these Tide fellows, and there are evil men in this city.
I shut him up right away with my cigarette, and I just put it on his like hand and
Yeah.
burn his
Oh,
hand. I'm like,
fuck.
who asked you for your help?
He like looks towards his like burnt hand and is like,
Yeah.
I have, and he says, I have a duty to end suffering where I can, to reduce it, given to me by God. The Lord tells us to care for our neighbor as best we can.
Yeah, I think I'm I'm kind of doing what's called, I'm shaking my head. My knife is still at his throat. I look up at Cole.
I
Look,
I think that's the point at which Cole doesn't want to hear it anymore. Like,
yeah,
he's
Yeah, and the wife totally goes, George, I don't think they care.
like, our spirits are fucking downstairs. Their God is not there. Don't
Yeah.
give me that shit. Oh,
yeah. And that's on top of what he's already doing
yeah.
to our city. And I'm kind of saying that to him, you know, like there's this, and compound that with the fact of what you are doing to the people living now. I will not let you continue without paying for this.
If you will end me because I came here and freed your people, freed other people from slavery, raised the people here up so that they were no longer living in huts, then
And right at that word, I need to push my knife down onto his neck.
you killing him?
Yes.
You do it.
Huh?
Yeah.
I do it.
I also kill the wife. I
Whoa.
know that she's possibly not as blameless,
Yeah.
but Cole doesn't. She's enough involved for Cole.
So how do you kill the wife? Because like I know how, like we've got a knife at George's throat.
Yeah. I got a blade with me as well.
Okay, so you just
yeah.
cut her throat.
Yeah.
Extra tax.
that will be sufficient.
I mean, personally, I was like, well, maybe we'll just like talk to the wife. But as Flint, I'm like, good.
Blood
Yeah.
pools in a feather mattress. Oh no, it's a spring mattress because he's all about new technologies.
Look at
Fancy.
him go.
Yeah.
Wipe the blade off on the pillowcase. And...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside the
Wick-
blood, the dog's barks turn to howls.
I was just gonna say I let Wick lick the blood off my knife as a treat.
Have a little blood as a treat.
Yeah. They have moved out. All
We
right.
should go.
Yeah, we should get out of here. Should we ransack the place a little bit? Do we have a little time as we're going down?
We've got one more tick before the like general alarm gets raised in the at which point like Fraser Gardens has its own little miniature like police station. So
Right.
It's quaint.
Like Disneyland's own police force.
yeah, exactly.
What color it burns?
The police station, yeah.
We'll see later. It's fine. Who are we framing? Like, who did we want to send to prison to lower our wanted level?
Oh,
Did we decide that?
interesting.
Because that is this
It's
is
going
a
to be
very
difficult to
relevant
frame
question
the
right now.
Inverouge company here.
Yeah, no, like for what I was planning, I wanted to do someone connected to the Surgeon General. I want.
Oh, so yeah, okay, so that is someone within the Inverouge company. It's just internal politics.
Okay. Can we do like a flashback and we got like knives?
Yes,
I don't know, something-
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so the knives we used are plants.
Surgery knives,
Scalpels.
Yeah.
scalpels.
Ooh.
Um,
I have a question
See? Yeah.
now for us, just because it changes something I was planning on.
Oh.
Are we attempting to connect them to the murder or connect them to us and therefore the murder?
so
Because like,
Right.
is
Because
it
they're supposed to be
where
part
our
of our
wanted?
gang to.
yeah,
Yeah, is
exactly.
that how that
Right?
works?
This string of murders.
Hmm.
Easy. So what I was already planning to do is take a wanted poster
Hmm.
of one of us, probably Cole, but anyone, and put in the wall above the bed.
Yep. I mean, do you know what? Even just having using the knives would be enough because it would imply that whoever murdered the Surgeon General also murdered um, the um, murdered
Atkinson.
Atkinson. The thing that would make it perfect is if you were to burn down slash explode at least some of the building.
Oh, I had a plan for that already. I have another
I was gonna say,
bandolier.
Snake?
Yeah, I haven't used the bandolier.
Like if you were to connect those with like the explosive burning thing, then it would definitely come across as
Wait,
uh, someone for like a disgruntled doctor or something.
Was he so fancy that it had like a stone fencing, or was it what like wood picket fence? Because if it's wood, I might put the wanted poster in that instead,
No,
so we can burn the
yeah,
house.
it's a stone and steel fencing around the
Damn
thing.
it,
But
cool. That's I'm
okay,
sure a part
so
of it, maybe the front door, that might survive a
yeah,
fire.
Um,
once the once all the bones have been taken out of the bone cellar, I'm going to distribute incriminating documents since that's one of the items I have is
yeah,
documents.
absolutely, yep.
And since this door is all iron bound and all kinds of crap, it might survive a fire. So after I do that, I'm going to close the door and relock it.
Hmm.
oh,
And
so the documents are in there?
some of the documents are in there. So when they come to investigate, you know, the wreckage of the house, this will be a room that's somewhat intact.
Hmm.
Nice.
So yeah, we're implying that that this is someone who's been defunded through or had their lives ruined because they were previously a doctor and not allowed to anymore. Is that
I love that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Cole?
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh, but you're still thinking like, how does that pull heat off of us, sort of, or?
well, my goal, and I don't know whether it's like on my mind enough to kind of care at this point, but my goal was to try and hit someone who's also like a sub target, right? Like someone who's still very guilty and like
yeah? This isn't going to be
uh,
that. It isn't going to be
yeah,
that.
that's
You haven't. You didn't complete the clock before you did this.
yeah.
So
Oh,
So
right.
this is going to be a begrudging kind of he's not comfortable with the kind of randomness of the target, but it's a collateral cost.
cool.
As we're running, I'm assuming we're running out of the house before it burns.
Yeah,
um,
I'm
I
going
want,
to tell you all to leave before
yeah.
I do my magic.
I tell Wick to pick up the sleeping dog in his teeth by the neck, the nape of the neck, and carry it out. And I grab the barking dog.
All right.
I'm not
Cool.
letting dogs die.
All right.
I know Snake was worried about that too, but
Cool. All right. We rescue the dogs. I'm not going to make you roll for
yeah,
that.
thanks.
There's supposed to be a butler somewhere in this house,
Oh shit!
but y'all
He
have
was-
been so sneaky that he's asleep somewhere.
He was. Oh god. Uh, we're gonna assume he was complicit with all this happening, or maybe he's. God, what if he's river people and he's still one of these
Yeah,
guys that he?
yeah. I after hearing George Atkinson say that they worked for him, like I cannot possibly believe he would allow one of the river people in his home, but I got to make sure.
You're going in.
Yeah, I'm gonna search for uh, a
I'm not going to make you roll a search.
worker's room.
Yep. You
Um,
find the butler's quarters. Um, yeah, and there's a probably like 60-year-old river people bloke asleep.
I will try to gently wake him, try
Yeah,
to keep
you.
him calm, and let him know.
That's the bit I wanted to know about. Was the keeping him calm bit.
Yeah,
That's going to like. So, what do you want him to do?
um, I want him to come with me. I want to escort him out of the building immediately.
Does that sound like a sway or a
Um,
command?
probably sway. I feel like I would try to
Yeah.
do so in a respectful, congenial way.
Sounds good.
Um, how do we do this? Position.
Are we? I'm assuming that Snake is waiting until you and the butler are out before anything happens.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything until
Cool.
I get,
Risky,
go ahead.
because the problem is time.
Yep.
Standard effect.
Wonderful. I would like to push myself, and here we go. 5 and 2.
I like it.
I'm going to tick up the clock. So now
That's fair.
so now people are yelling, being like, "What's going on over there?" And someone says, "There was a giant," and like people are like, it's a hue and cry, right? By the time that you get him out, he's very addled. He's like, "What's going on? Where did the ocean go? Where have you taken me?" Very out of it, in his pajamas. But yeah, you managed to get him out as people are starting to yell and the first like ringing of a bell is happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and escort him. Like I'm going to escape with him. I don't want to kind of let him be confused and in danger and possibly give directions to where we're going before we have an opportunity to be away. So I'm going to just stay with him.
Cool.
For the remainder, I believe.
And then is Snake setting a fire?
I think it's fire oil and grenades in the wine racks and heading out. And like before everything goes off, I think when I regroup with the.
I mean, that's going to be a desperate tinker roll. It sounds like, or rag rather, to do it quickly. Like, there's a lot of unknown. Like, this is desperate grade. If you're going to set off fire oil and a grenade in a wine cellar.
Yeah.
Unless any of your gear is like better quality, or.
I was looking. I have like demolition tools and fine wrecking tools. That would just make it still great.
Yeah.
An electroplasmic battery.
If you'd had more time, you could have used demolition tools to like set a fuse, but you don't have time for that.
Okay. Cool. Yep, I'm just gonna push myself on that because desperate. Where did it go? Here it is. Desperate. Great. +1. A 5.
Yep.
3, 5. 3, 5, 1.
I think this is just gonna. Um, I think what happens actually is you execute this perfectly. It blows up, lots of fire. The consequence from the 5, I think, is actually over with Cole. Wherein the butler is like, sees the house burning and is like, is like, Mr. Atkinson, and gets visibly upset, and manages to break free, and disappear into the dark, right?
Resist.
Yeah. I'm.
Like he's running into the house.
You're far enough away that he would have to go through like some like back like a street or two to get there anyway, so you wouldn't see. So he would disappear into the dark before he got
Gotcha.
to the house,
Um.
because he sees the house like burning from a distance, and there's like.
Oh my god. I'm one stress from traumaing out again.
Can
Well, I
I
can.
resist the consequences?
Someone else can
of that?
resist the consequence.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
We'll
I
just
just
have
want
to
find
explain
it.
how.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. Okay.
Forgot to add
So
distress.
I had a feeling we might need this. So one of the things that was on the bandolier that I gave Cole is trance powder,
Oh.
which puts him into a pleasant hypnosis.
All right. So do you want to
Have I
spend?
seen you use that before? I feel like I've seen.
I used.
Oh yeah, you used some stuff.
Emmeline used it on. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So if you want to use that, then
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Whoa.
Some stress for Snake for
I
having
take
prepared
a
that.
stress.
Good
Yeah.
job. Nicely done. Yeah.
So now he's high as a kite.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading chat.
He joins you on the boat, and like has this moment where he like looks at the ant, and it's like, "Ha! I remember you." And the ant is like, "Mm-hmm." And then we sail off into the night, I guess.
Mm.
So I had
Yeah.
a thing I wanted to
Yeah.
guy about. Basically, once everything is cool, I want to talk to him about what he knows. You know, in as much detail as possible, and if he knows anything, bring him to my friend at the paper, and have like a complete teardown of all the heinous shit that this dude that we just killed
Let's
has
check
done
in on that in
the paper.
downtime.
Sure.
Let's take another break, and then we can come back and do downtime, and we can look at that. So you have him in custody, right? Like, yeah. He's a delicious dessert, and we can look at that after. Sorry, I'm sorry. We can look at that in downtime. So we'll be back in a minute.
Did I miss?